Welcome back, everybody. This is our third segment of 7 Minutes for Seniors. I'm Chris with Modified Independence. I'm here with Susan Warnberg, St. Johns County Sheriff's Office liaison to seniors in the entire St. Johns County community. If you don't know what she does, make sure you go back and check out the first two segments. All right. Now we get to have fun, right?
Yep.
So I love asking this question.
Okay. What
kind of hobbies do you have?
Ooh.
I mean, we live in the sun and fun state, so.
I am a toes in the sand person. I know people like to go to cruises. People like to go to getaways. Give me the beach. I went to the Keys a few weeks ago, and not to knock the Keys, they're beautiful, but I need a beach, and I want sand that's not sandbox sand. I don't want a canal. I don't have a boat. I just like to sit on the ocean, and so luckily got a nice little truck to do so in, and I realized how blessed we are in St. Johns County to have so many amenities and so much access to just sit and breathe. And
have you ever gotten stuck in the sand?
I've not gotten stuck in the sand.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Right.
Yeah. Somebody posted, I think it was John Reardon actually posted a video of a Hummer EV getting stuck.
Yeah. I've seen there's a Facebook page called Stuck on St. Augustine Beach, and there's some renegade Jeep owners that are like, trolling it to see who they can pull people out and use their toys on their Jeeps to get big vehicles out. But no, I go when I need to go, and I know where I won't divulge where the secret spots are.
I used to, when I was in Orlando, in the Navy in Orlando going to school, we would head out to New Smyrna Beach. And I had a 1980 Datsun B210. It was one rear-wheel drive, 3-speed with a fourth gear was reversed. And my friends were always amazed that the car wouldn't get stuck. And I was like, it's just too light. It wouldn't sink, you know? I could hammer it. Well, like it's hammered a 120 horsepower car as much as you could. It wasn't really going to do anything, but it was always funny because we go out and I had friends with a Thunderbird and their car would get stuck. With positive traction. So no, I'm with you. If I'm going to the beach, I want to take my car out there. I want to go and relax. And, just amazing how relaxing it is counting the number of waves.
And I think there is
a
making
positive.
No. I sit. Okay. I sit. Me and Kenny Chesney, and that's
Nice.
I think the positive ions and the sensory low blood pressure, that's my happy place.
It's a necessity. It's absolutely
it's therapeutic.
Yeah. I remember we went to St. Pete, stayed at my wife's cousin's condo, and I sat on my birthday at a table looking out over St. Pete Bay. I started the morning with coffee with a little bit of whiskey in it.
Nice.
Pretty soon it was Coke with a little bit of whiskey in it. And I sat there all day. She goes, "Do you want to do anything?" I was like, "No, I'm good." I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere.
Every year on my birthday, I started at the sunrise. I'm like, okay, another trip around the sun.
What do you get at the sunrise?
What do I get?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No, I go to the beach for the sunrise. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Sunrise Cafe down there.
Where
they have the world famous omelet or whatever.
Oh no, I usually hit Dunkin' on the way back because it's usually a work day. So I hit the sunrise, come in here, take the showers, and start my day, and then it goes from there. But
nice.
It's always a good way. One time I want to start a sunrise on one coast and see the sunset the same day. So I'll have to work that out eventually.
And it's not so wide that you have to worry about going blue lights and sirens to get there, right?
And it's good to have friends with blue lights and sirens if I need to. I was never done that.
I was stuck getting over here from the sheriff's office, and I was like, boy, oh boy, it really would be useful right now because there was like truck.
Friends
I was like, come on, man, I gotta go.
It's a good ride to hitch.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help if the blue lights are behind you because it's not like the people in front of you are going to get out of the way.
That's true.
So you kind of need them on your
vehicle.
Very true. Somebody just came through that extremely secure gate out there.
That's all right.
That's funny.
We get 2 more doors before they get to us.
Okay, so something surprising about you.
I don't brag about myself a lot because
This is an opportunity to talk about you.
I have won a shotgun clay shoot before.
Really?
It was happenstance. A friend of mine sponsored the ammunition at a clay shoot for charity, and it was a lot. I mean, if you've ever been to a clay shoot, the gambit of people, like you've got the professionals with the vests and the yellow glasses and everything, and then you got me and the rest of our crew that we were with that were just like slightly hungover and just out for a good time because a good day on the range or a bad day on the range better than a good day in the office anytime.
Recoil therapy.
It would just happen to be that there was a lot of men there and not a few, women. So I just happened to win the women's. So when I was helping tally the the group that we were with, and I'm like looking down to see what team had won, and then they announced me as the winner for the women, and I'm like, no, 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 no.
Oh, that's
There's an
funny.
error, but it was me. I got more than 50%. So that's and I put the display on my bookshelf at home, and I always joke that I'm going to show my daughter's boyfriends that when they walk in,
Oh
because
yeah.
being good at hitting a moving target is never a bad thing.
Was it a double-barreled shotgun or was it a single action?
It was over under.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So just 2 in the chute, and my shoulder the whole night was killing me, but again, just liquid medication that night.
Yeah.
For
You got to get it
yeah.
and sit it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
It was so much fun, and it's one of those things that it's not hard. I mean, if you're I've been to a clay shoot before where people were pistol shooters, and they were horrible at it because it's all about aim when you're pistol
Right.
shooting, and this one's just point
It's
and
about tracking
yeah.
and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So either way, it's fun, but that's probably my little
That's
known
funny.
fact
So it
about it.
doesn't surprise me because I grew up with a father who's a gunsmith.
Mhm.
And whenever I would have a girlfriend for an extended period of time that I could bring her home,
Yeah.
then we would go shooting.
Yeah.
Right. And the girls would always outshoot me. My wife, to this day, my wife, our first date was at a gun range, and she still
Nice.
shoots better than me.
Perfect.
Still shoots better than me.
It's so much fun, and it's one of those things. Like, I think uh, it's just a really random fact. My kids used to watch MythBusters growing up,
Oh yeah.
and they would like try to debunk things. And one of the girls on MythBusters is, vegan, very, very liberal, very, very anti-meat, anti-gun, and her favorite thing of all of the things that they did was shooting the 50 cal.
Yeah.
She's like, it was
Yeah.
so powerful. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what you get. Is,
Yeah. Exactly.
and to know that it's I've been blessed to have the ability. I've shot a deer once, and so it fed my family for months and months and months. I didn't do it because I wanted a picture on the wall. I
Right.
didn't do it because look at the mounts that we've got in the home. It was like that fed my family for a 75-cent
Yeah.
bullet, and I don't have to go to the grocery store anymore. So
That's a tough one.
it's a
I
toss.
grew up hunting
Yep.
in the farm in Pennsylvania, and that's I mean I still remember to this day. It's still
Mhm.
like it's very emotional.
It
It's
is.
very
It
emotional.
is. Yeah.
It's not just like plugging a cow for a hamburger.
Mm-mm.
Like this is a living thing
Yeah.
that never even saw you coming.
Right. Yeah.
And you're like I gotta dispatch this thing quickly,
Separate.
humanely,
Mhm.
and then use every bit of
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah. And that was the thing that my kids growing up in Maine, we had property in our backyard. So we taught them respectfully how to shoot. We taught them, how to use what you use. I mean, and we always said if we're never gonna go deer hunting, uh, bird hunting, anything, and not use everything we have.
yeah.
So we kept the cape, we mounted the antlers, we used the scraps for chili meat and
Mhm.
everything. Nothing was taken away. And I think my husband's probably one of his favorite memories is processing the meat, because it was a whole family. It took a
Oh
whole day
wow.
for
Yeah.
180-pound deer. We cleaned the ribs meat,
Oh
and
yeah.
my son was sitting there, and he's very integral and meticulous. So he would do the scrap stuff. My husband would do the big roasts. My daughter was carrying the bins upstairs, and even her paper or her handwriting was on the paper when we would wrap the product. So
So that's cool.
the whole year was,
Yeah.
Ansley, go downstairs and go get some steak or whatever. And so just having the whole family do that, it was almost like a century previous.
Yeah.
It was one of those,
Yeah.
just processed everything, and it was just, those are the good memories that I have of growing up in that climate, because my kids really did appreciate the outdoors. I know that they can survive, 2, 3 days without electricity during hurricane. They're going to be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
They'll be inconvenienced for
Yeah.
sure, but
They learned
you
some
know,
of those basic things.
they did.
If everything
They
turns
did.
upside down,
They
then
were Huck
yeah.
Finn for sure.
Yeah.
And my daughter, we read a lot of Laura Ingalls growing up. So I think she made, she could sew, she could cook, they could forest, they could survive in the woods if they got lost, they could navigate with, the stars and the moon and things. So very resilient childhood that they had growing up. And one quote that somebody had told us: if a kid comes home smelling like dirt at the end of the day, it's a good day.
Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's been our third segment of 7 Minutes for Seniors. Thank you for joining us, folks. Come back again tomorrow. If you have any questions about the C.A.R.E program for seniors in St. Johns County, make sure you reach out, and Holla for contact information is going to be coming up next. Y'all have a great day.